You have just a few hands that you can, and you know what, versus 4-bet, you can go ahead and ship it. What's up, you guys? This is Christian for RukovGrind for another episode. Here we are with Alan, who's from Mexico, playing 10-0, looking at the ranges. If you guys like that type of content and want me to continue to create that content, please give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you haven't checked out the course for beginners, it will be into the description below. It has a coupon code that is only here on YouTube, so please take advantage of it. With that said, enjoy the video, folks.
Yes.
Or just an example, maybe you ship it with kings, aces, and ace king that contains a spade. Okay, there you go. 25% of the combinations, you go all in with the other 75 if you want to fold or if you want to flat, whatever the case. But it's easier. My goal in this game, in life, is to not be, I repeat that in my videos as well, don't be smart, be wise. I don't know if you heard me say that. Because smart people can solve any situation, but you gotta solve the situation. I'm not smart, I'm wise. I'm gonna play my game in a way that I'm not gonna have any problems to solve. It's way easier like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Yes.
to advise you what to call from a big blind, call hand. First of all, 3-bet hands that are merged range or just top range. You know, aces, kings, ace king offsuit versus under gun. Maybe versus middle position. Let's go on the middle position versus big blind versus middle. Let's say aces, kings, and ace king suited and offsuit and queens. Just an example. That's versus hijack, which is cutoff actually, right? Oh no, it's not. Hijack is the middle position.
Yes.
Yeah. Versus cutoff, you can increase the range more because now cutoff is a stealing position. You can include jacks, ace jack, ace queen offsuit. Let me see. Can you go a little bit on? Yeah. None of that king queen, king jack, ace 5 offsuit, ace 5 suited. None of that shit. Then versus button, you can increase a little bit more. Maybe now include versus button. Now include king queen, king jack, because you have a blocker to the king. But small suited connectors, I would not include 3-bet because they rely on implied odds. And once I 3-bet, I cut my implied odds. So why would I, you know what I mean? Why would I cut the implied odds if the hand is winning only if I have implied odds? It don't make any sense. Does that make sense?
Yes. Well, also it has but also the king jack. It has the blocker effect, but
the king jack, yes. I'm talking about 7-6 suited, 6-5 suited, 5-4 suited.
Yes,
I
know.
As a 3-bet, it doesn't make sense to me. Now, ace 5, ace 4, ace 3, ace deuce, I see it. Ace is a blocker. I get it. I do the same thing. Actually, ace 5, I do 3-bet, 5-bet all in. But I'm not playing 10-0 anymore. Because on 10-0, that strategy doesn't work. Because they're gonna have pocket sevens and they're gonna call you because that's their favorite hand, okay?
Okay.
And you're 30% into the hand. Now, in higher stakes, 100 NL, 200 NL, people, you need to be polarized there. And this is only talking if we play against regular. If you play against fish, it's even more pointless.
Yes, because I know that's what you the same you're saying. The 7-6, the 6-5, they are supposed to be there because of board coverage, but there's no need to have board coverage in No Limit 10.
Board cover?
Yeah, to cover more boards, because if you don't have those kind of hands...
Yeah, you don't need that shit, bro. It's 10-0. Make your money somewhere else. This just...
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, I know you're agreeing with me, and I'm agreeing with you back. You don't need that, in my opinion, again. Now, calling range, think about that. By definition, the caller should have a better hand than the raiser. Because the raiser, they have some bluffs into their hands, and the caller should not really have bluffs into their hand, right? Not only pre-flop, even on the flop, on the turn, on the river. Now, sometimes, we can float to make a move, but this is a specific situation when you saw somebody who's very aggressive. We're not going to talk about that. We talk in general, unknown player in a vacuum. You should have a better hand than the opponent in general. So calling range like queen 6, can you play queen 6 comfortably out of position from a big blind?
No, that's the kind of hands that I hate.
Yeah. So what I always told students is don't feel shy. For example, you don't like playing king jack offsuit, which I didn't maybe I've shared that story online plenty of times. I didn't know how to play King Jack. Okay, King 10 offsuit, weak hand, easy to play. King Queen offsuit, better hand, easy to play. King Jack offsuit, somewhere in the middle, I don't know what to do with it. And somebody was like, I was telling the story, and someone was like, well, just fold it and don't play it. And I'm like, what a stupid advice. That's dumb. And then after a while, I'm like, you know what? Let me follow this advice. I'm just gonna, not play it. And I stopped playing it. And it was great. Because you know how much you lose when you fold a hand? How much money you lose when you fold King Jack
If
from
you are
the
in the big
cutoff?
blind, big
No,
blind.
no, 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 no. From the cutoff. You have King Jack. You fold it.
Nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. So I learned how to play King Queen better and King 10 better. And all of a sudden, I knew exactly how to play King Jack. And I felt very comfortable playing King Jack. So it was the same with you. Whatever you don't feel comfortable with, and be honest with yourself. You have Queen 7 from the big blind, cutoff opens, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to play that hand. I'm not ready yet. So I'll fold it. Maybe you learn how to play Queen 10, you learn how to play Queen 9, and then you're like, oh, okay, I know how to play those hands perfectly. I know which boards to check, which boards to check raise, to check fold, to lead out, the whole intricacies of the flop game. And you're like, you know what? I'm ready to take Queen 8 and Queen 7. But everything comes with time. You cannot learn to play 5-3 suited. Like, I don't know, 5-3 suited is so low, you almost never have a better hand than the Razor with 5-3 suited. And I know what it's made for, but this range is made with 5-3 suited to check raise a small gut shot, or sometimes the opponent doesn't put you on a 5-3 because the board is ace deuce 4. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But those are great ranges, just not for 10 no limit.
Okay. Yes. I agree.
This is my opinion, at least, and it's been working so far.
Yes, that was one of my questions. In fact, if I overcomplicating things, because
most people that play the stakes that you play do. Most students I get, maybe 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, they watch those people online that play high stakes. They watch them and think that if they do the same thing on small stakes, or micro stakes, it's gonna work, and it never does. And that's how they end up with me. Alright guys, just a quick interruption here just to remind you, if you like that content, you can let me know with a like, subscribe, and a comment. If you have not checked down. If you haven't checked out my course for beginners, it's in the link down below. And I hope you enjoy, guys, but please do let me know should I continue to make those videos or not, because I'm doing it all for you for free, and I would like to know.
Yes, and in fact, against those type of players, when you play a regular, most of the time I think you should be folding ace king offsuit against a 4-bet all-in, because their range is so value heavy. They are destroying. They only go with aces, kings, maybe ace king and queens. They are destroying you there.
In Zoom games, I agree 100%. In regular games, you gotta kind of get to know the player a little bit more. You know what I mean? If he's a fish, it can go very heavily. Yes, he has a very strong range, or no, he has shit, because maybe a7. So I cannot agree nor disagree with that statement. Maybe you're right. You know your games better that you're playing. Maybe you're right, but that's always the dilemma. Should I ship ace king or not? You know what I mean? But it depends. If it's under the gun versus big blind, I would not overplay ace king. But if it's button versus big blind, I'm okay stacking ace king. I'm okay stacking ace queen. I'm okay stacking off jacks, because the range.
Yes.
But versus a regular, because I know that the regular should know that I'm going to be opening wider. So now I know that he's going to be 3-betting wider, and now because he's 3-betting wider, I have to 4-bet wider, and he has to 5-bet wider, and I know all that, and I think he's going to know that I know that he knows that I know. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's how we end up with, at the end of the day, we're zero-sum game. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to make any money, but if I fold anywhere along the way, I'm going to be losing money. So it's the equilibrium, you know what I mean? But on those stakes, try to play against the fish more. My ranges that I give to my students are more conservative than this. I don't have a big blind range. I usually advise for them to look from which position the opponent is raising and try to have a better non-dominator range than them. And go with that. More aces, more kings in their range. Suited connectors. But I mean, 10-7, Jack 7, Queen 6, King 4, that's great. You're just not for, I don't think, for those stakes. And again, the second thing, and that's good that it's on recording, you can watch it again. Make sure the hand you play you feel comfortable with. I don't mind you folding ace 10 if you don't know how to play it. Better fold it than actually play it and make a mistake. Learn how to play ace jack. When you learn how to play ace jack comfortably, don't worry, ace 10 will come. It's just after a while you're gonna be like, why did I not know how to play it? Like, you know what I mean? All of a sudden you're gonna know how to play it automatically without you even thinking about it. You're even gonna wonder, why didn't you know? Alright guys, that was the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for all of you who watched it till the end. As usual, you know what I'm gonna say. Let me know if you like that type of content. Hit like, subscribe, comment, and check out my course for beginners. When I get enough people that want to buy the course for advanced, I'm gonna actually start making it. With all that said, keep hustling guys, keep grinding, and good luck on the tables.